Hey guys, Missy from Graceful Little Honeybee here, and today I'm going to make a batch of oven roasted tomato sauce. And I've been making this all summer long. It's the fastest and easiest way to make tomato sauce, and I put it in the freezer when I'm all done. I'm going to freeze them. I've been freezing them in mason jars, but I ordered these freezer plastic tubs, so I'm going to use those today. And I love this sauce because it turns out thick and creamy and wonderful, but it's not a lot of work. And so the secret to making a thick and creamy sauce this way is by using either paste tomatoes. These are Roma, or you can use another paste variety. And you can also use the small cherry tomatoes, but you want to stay away as much as possible from these big slicing tomatoes because they have the higher water content, and so you will have a runnier sauce and you would have to cook it down if you used all of these. And so today I'm going to use a combination of both, so my sauce may be a little bit runny, but I am not too concerned about that. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and get these tomatoes washed and then laid out on a baking tray. So I have preheated my oven to 425 degrees, and then I washed all of my tomatoes. And these cherry tomatoes and the Roma tomatoes, most of them I just put on whole. I cut off the ends, and then the bigger ones I cut in half. And then the larger tomatoes I quartered. And so what I'm going to do now is I've got some oil here, and I'm just going to drizzle it on. I don't want to do too much oil, just drizzle it around, and I'll do that on all of the pans. And then I'm going to put on some salt and pepper, and then I'm also going to add some garlic powder and some onion powder, and then I am going to bake these at 425 for 45 minutes. So I have cooked the tomatoes, and then some of these got a little charred, and so I will just go through and pull them off. They come off really easily. And so now I am going to ladle them into the blender. Alright, so I am just going to ladle these tomatoes into my blender. And any of the liquid that is left on the tray here, I am not going to be adding it because we want a thick sauce, and so you don't want to add any watery liquid that's left behind. So I am just adding the tomatoes here. Oops. Alright, and I am going to blend them up. And if you don't have a problem with the seeds and the skins in your sauce, then you can actually just be done. But I don't like the seeds and the skins in my sauce, and so I use a food mill here, and it separates the skins and the seeds. And see, we've got a beautifully thick tomato sauce here, and with this food mill all you do is go around and around, and then all of the sauce will come out at the bottom, and then the seeds and the skins will be left on the top. I have gotten all of the sauce out of here. As you can see, there's just seeds and skins left in the food mill. And here is the sauce. I wanted to show you how thick it is. Perfectly thick and creamy, beautiful sauce. So I am just going to do the same thing with the rest of the tomatoes, and then I will ladle them into my plastic container. Alright, so here is all of my sauce here. And if your sauce ends up being too runny, not the consistency that you want, then you can add tomato paste to it, or you can cook it down to make it thicker. But I am perfectly fine with this, so I am going to go ahead and ladle my sauce into these freezer containers. So I ended up with 7 pint-size things of sauce, and I left about an inch headspace at the top so that when they expand they won't want to come out of the container. And I was going to tell you what these containers are. Let's see. Here is the label. They are Extreme Freeze Ready Tainer. This is the 16-ounce size, and I got them off of Amazon. And so now all that I'm going to do is put the lids on them, and then I'm going to label them with these ball dissolvable labels and pop them into my freezer. And I have a recipe that I will link to below for this if you want a more specific recipe. But otherwise, I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates like these. Hit that like button, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.